Me! Welcome, one and all, to the Martini in the Morning podcast. Day drinking in the afternoon with that good-looking bartender. You can call me Kevin if you want. I really don't care. So, guys, this is gonna be an interesting podcast. This is pretty much podcast about stupid people. Stupid people, pretty much, basically as even on these damn flame forums, we don't really fucking point people out for their fucking stupidity. Now I got 3 examples, and then I want to go into some IRL fucking shit about fucking stupid people. But I see my little own puppet Aryan Nation is back over at Stomping Grounds, and ever since he pretty much outed himself as a homosexual, he has been kind of laying low. Okay, I don't blame him and stuff. I mean, that's a big freaking outage. But he says something about how it's stupid that somebody is making a podcast. Talking about yours truly, by the way. He's talking about how it's stupid that I'm making a fucking podcast for a bunch of fucking strangers, which is kind of odd considering people are typing out random insults for a bunch of fucking strangers on a message board. I'm also under the assumption that making a fucking podcast is a hell of a lot fucking easier than fucking sitting at a fucking computer desk or fucking pulling out your fucking phone and typing out a whole bunch of fucking shit. I push a fucking button. So and I talk. I mean, what's easier when you're driving? Doing a voice to text message or trying to drive and fucking text at the same time, which is kind of illegal, I think, in most states anyways, by the way. So which is fucking easier? This guy's fucking dumb. This guy has been dumbfounded, dumbstruck. Not that he was any intelligent before he outed himself as a gay. He's more desperate, I want to say, and willing to fucking jump on fucking anything. And it's kind of sad. But then again, it's kind of funny, but then again, it's kind of adorable in its own little silly, stupid way. And then you also have fucking Benzo. Benzo's been nothing but a fucking sweat as of late, and I don't fucking blame him, because you kind of want to sweat the fucking, the star, the celebrity of fucking Flametown, which is me. And, I made a bait fucking thread over at the Battlegrounds, and this is gonna show you just how the intelligence level of fucking Benzo. It's you have Aryan Nation, Benzo, and Bricktop, and these are all 3 of the fucking same fucking people. So I make a bait thread over at the Battlegrounds, and it's pretty much, it was let's help Benzo flame or something, and then the idiot responds in it, which means he actually looked at it, which means he was actually looking for fucking material. And now whether he admits that he was looking for material or he don't, the fact that he replied in the thread makes him look really fucking stupid. It's honestly, if someone fucking says, you're a fucking, if someone writes if someone spray paints on the wall, you're a fucking asshole, and then do you go and do you fucking spray paint underneath it? No, I'm not. That's pretty much basically just what fucking happened. He pretty much basically spray painted, he's a fucking moron. And see, this is the great thing about fucking flaming is and this is the good thing about fucking trolling, is you could fucking see pretty much basically how stupid people are, and Aryan Nation's pretty much proven that he's a fucking moron. And we've all known Benzo's a fucking moron, but I like pushing that fucking button whenever I feel like it, because he's another one of my puppets. I mean, I'm like a puppet master. And then you have fucking Bricktop. or Rot Top or Brickwag, whatever you want to fucking call it. And his Viagra induced fucking forum hard on happens to be how I'm living in the fucking past with flaming, but he moderates a flame forum at the Blue Cashew. Now see, you can't fucking buy stupidity like this, because if you could, these people would be fucking millionaires, and they're not. You really can't fucking like say anything. Oh, and every podcast about him's like a fucking trophy. It's like a trophy now and shit. And it's not so much a trophy because Rotwing in the fucking title doesn't really fucking increase my fucking viewership, my listeners. The reason why I make money on this podcast is because I have that unbelievably jovial personality. And and I'm gonna fucking release some fucking major fucking shit, but some cunt did it earlier today, but I'm gonna fucking release it later. And the humor's in the fact that these fucking people like actually seriously, and this is the thing. It's like, you act like you're some big fucking shot. And the thing is like, no, here you guys are fucking talking like you're like big fucking shots. It's like, I don't necessarily say anything that isn't fucking true. I have a daily podcast. I'm pretty much a celebrity of Flametown. I make money on fucking Flametown. I've sold merchandise in fucking Flametown. I've pretty much basically checked every fucking box that I pretty much fucking say that I am. And all these other people are just like fucking forum filler. Now, like I said before, I see a lot of potential in the Blue Cashew. And the one thing that people need to fucking, like the people at the Blue Cashew need to do is like, stay away from these old fucking relic, ancient fucking handles that have no clue what the fuck they're doing. And focus more on the fucking now. Focus more on like the big fucking guns, such as myself. And I think your forum would be in a lot better shape. Now, we can talk about fucking stupid people in real life. And I mean, everybody has like a fucking situation where like, you know, they've come across fucking stupid people. I've come across stupid people. Everybody knows I'm a fucking bartender. Everyone knows where the fuck I work. I work at the place that gives you fucking bottomless fucking fries and shit. This is like stupid people. And this is a way to fucking get some free fucking food, okay? Now, being a fucking bartender, like the one thing that I've noticed as of late, and it's not so much like the fucking job that I work at. Well, first off, let me explain like fucking certain fucking things about like fucking like the stuff that I do. Okay, everybody knows that I'm like a fucking bartender, and I love being a fucking bartender. I make good fucking money. Bartending is pretty much basically purchased my fucking home and stuff, and this beautiful house. I wouldn't say beautiful, but it's a good ass fucking house. Okay. And everything that's in it, and the fact that my kids wear fucking Yeezys and fucking Supreme and shit, this is all from fucking bartending. So bartending to me is very fucking good, whether people want to believe it or not. Bartending is like my fucking gig. It's what I do. It's, some people are doctors, some people are lawyers. I'm a bartender. Am I worried like you know, like about like fucking retirement and shit? Not really, because I've also made decent fucking investments and stuff. If people have like listened to my fucking shit, I'm an avid video game collector. I own like fucking video games that are worth like a ton of fucking money. I own 3 video games that are each worth a shit ton of fucking money, and I'm not talking like $100 fucking dollars. I'm talking thousands of fucking dollars. I have a I have the Nintendo World fucking. I have a Nintendo World cartridge. I mean, I have shit. You know, I have shit that I could fucking live on if need be. Like, I could quit fucking tomorrow if I fucking wanted to. And you know what, that day's gonna be coming fucking soon. And if I had to fucking like sell my Nintendo World Championship card, if I had to like fucking sell, I have a couple other fucking cards. I have a fucking a 2600 cart that there's only like fucking 5 of, and I have fucking 1 of them. I have like fucking like holy grail like fucking video games. I'm a huge video game collector. I don't worry about fucking money. So what was I talking about? Oh, I was talking about like fucking stupid people. So anyways, like one of the fucking things is like in the industry that I fucking work in, which is basically like the fucking restaurant hospitality fucking industry, Yelp can make or fucking break you. Yelp can get people fucking fired. If you really want to get, say you don't have fucking money and shit, honestly, you go to a fucking restaurant, you fucking eat there, and then like fucking you if you write a horrible fucking review on fucking Yelp nowadays, these people will fucking contact you. Like any restaurant will fucking contact you, and they will give you fucking gift cards for fucking more fucking food. And it's come to the point that like people right now in this industry are obsessed with fucking Yelp reviews. They will find you, okay? I worked at, and here's the story. I worked at a, oh yeah, this is what we're talking about. It's like, you know, I bartend, but then it's like I get burnt out at like fucking bartending. So like I usually like take a fucking break. I worked at one of the biggest fucking clubs in like the fucking city, and I worked there for like about 10 years. And when I did that, it was like I needed a fucking break like every like fucking 6 months. So I'd like fucking take like I'd like take a break, fucking go find another fucking job for like about 3 months, and then I'd go back there. And they were fucking cool with it because they understood that like fucking working in a fucking club, especially the club that I was at, it gets to you, because like the one thing about like the club that I worked at was like if I was bartending and you came in and you bought me a drink, I had to do like, you bought me a shot, I'd have to fucking drink that shot in front of you and shit. And if you had fucking regulars and shit, people fucking will get your ass fucking drunk, you know, 5 minutes after you fucking got there and shit, and then it's like you don't fucking remember. I honestly, and I hate to fucking admit this, but there's like maybe about 5 years of my life there that's like a big fucking blur. I don't really remember too much. So like, you gotta fucking take a break from that, man, because when I worked at the club, it's like I worked Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I knew exactly how much fucking money I was going to make, because all the fucking tips were fucking pulled and all the tips were fucking shared. I would make like about $1,500 working 4 fucking days, and then have 3 days off. And those 3 days off basically consisted of me like fucking sobering up, just because it's like I don't remember like working. And this is the God's honest truth. I don't really like fucking remember, like, I want to say like maybe like 2 years of my life I don't fucking remember, because I was fucking drunk all the fucking time. And because of that, I would have to take a fucking break to just like fucking get back. And the one thing that like I always did was like I always like got a job like waiting tables, like being a server instead of being a fucking bartender. And then once I got fucking sick of that, it'd be like 6 months fucking bartending, 3 months I'd probably go serve somewhere. And then it's like, you know, after about 3 months, I'd go back fucking bartending and shit. And I kind of kept that like a fucking, like a normal fucking routine. Well, I worked at this one place. It was a fine dining restaurant. And honestly, it was like one of the biggest fine dining restaurants in the Chicagoland area. And, the managers there were so obsessed with fucking Yelp reviews. And the one thing about like if I get a job at like a restaurant, it's like I always like try to like, you know, it's like my first couple of days, like when you're training and shit, it's like I observe not so much the stuff that I'm supposed to fucking learn, because it's like, you know, if you've been in this industry, sooner or later you'll fucking catch on. It takes like about a good fucking server like a week to fucking catch on. And that's like after training. But like during my training, it's like I observe like management, I observe like coworkers, I observe like the things that like you really shouldn't fucking see. But it's like I see that because then it's like, you know, kind of like trolling. You're kind of like trolling like your job. You're seeing exactly what it is that like makes people tick there and what pisses people off, and you get that fucking part of like the fucking job, because it's like, if you're waiting fucking tables, bro, you're taking an order, you're getting drinks, no, you're greeting a table, you're getting drinks, you're taking an order, and then you're fucking done. You check up back up on them after they get their fucking food, and then you're done. You drop a fucking check off, you ask them if they want dessert, and then you drop the fucking check off onto the fucking next one. You know it. If you've been in this industry, you know it. And I remember this one time I was working at this like it's like I saw people getting fired left and fucking right, and I was always under the assumption this was like a bad fucking look on my part, and people would get fired left and right, and I was under the assumption that like it was because like they had a stack of fucking applications, and if you didn't do something fucking right, they fired you. No, it was all about like fucking Yelp reviews. If you got a bad fucking Yelp review, you had to get like a 5-star fucking Yelp review. If you didn't get a 5-star fucking Yelp review, you got fired. And that was like really fucked up to like fucking deal with. And I remember this one time, like I got like a 4-star fucking Yelp review, and they took me in the office, and as the story goes, I'm like this big nerd. I collect like fucking sports memorabilia, and there was like this one time, like I was like in between fucking shifts, and I went next door, and next door there was like a fucking like a baseball card store, and I had bought these baseball cards, and I got this fucking card. God, okay, I got this card. It was William Abreu. The guy never amounted to fucking shit. But at the time, it was worth like, you know, like $500 fucking dollars. And I paid like fucking $5 for the pack of cards, and I pulled this fucking card, and I'm like, holy fucking shit. And I went back to work, and I'm like, hey, can you put this in the fucking safe? And they were all like fucking cool. Well, I forgot about it. And then it was like 3 days fucking later, they called me into the fucking office, and you know, they sat me down. I was like in the middle, I was like in a chair in like the middle of this fucking office, and there's all these other fucking people work like around me, and it was like all fucking managers, and I see my fucking card on like the fucking on a desk, and I'm like, shit, they're gonna fucking fire me. They're asking me for my fucking shit back, and they like talked to me, but I talked my way around it and shit, and then my other manager, who was like into like the fucking sports stuff and shit, and it was the year fucking Mike Trout rookies, and if you don't know right now, Mike Trout rookies are worth like, you know, like you could buy a pack at like fucking Walmart. It was like 2011, and you could buy a pack of fucking Walmart, and like you could, like anybody could get like a fucking Mike Trout rookie, and now the damn things are worth like, you know, $500-600 fucking dollars, and my manager's like fucking berating me, and we were going like step by step over like fucking like what like how I fucking greeted these people and how I talked to them and all this stuff, and I kept talking my way out of it. I'm like, well, maybe this didn't get my personality and shit, and I remember I talked my way out of getting fucking fired. And I'm sitting there, and everyone leaves the fucking office except me and the big fucking bald guy. And he's like, Kevin, you gotta take your baseball cards home with you today. And then he's like, it'd be nice if you gave me this Mike Trout though. I'm like, dude, just fucking take it. I don't fucking care. He's like, yeah, well, that's good, because I'm the one that kept made sure you had a fucking job. And I was just like, damn. Like, really? I mean, I was like that close to, and the money was fucking good. And the thing was like, this was like around Christmas time. And one of the main things about this thing was like, at this job was like, you wanted to work like fucking parties and fucking banquets, and it would always be me and this one older lady, and I had this fucking shit happen to me, and I'm like, man, dude, I gotta fucking I was still married at the time, and I'm telling the fucking old lady, I'm like, I gotta fucking change the way I am and shit. It's like, I don't think people get my fucking sarcasm and shit. I used to work at like fucking Ed DeBevick's and shit, and Ed DeBevick's, we were allowed to like be like fucking rude and crude to like the fucking people we work with, and I've always like fucking brought like that fucking like that character, that personality with me when I'm fucking working. And some people get it and some people don't get it. And the one thing I noticed was like, if you're working fine dining, this is like a little like secret. If you work fine dining, don't act like a Dipevix guy.